Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, well, happy Thursday, everybody. Of course, the big story this morning is how about that heavy rain event from overnight. We had that ribbon of heavy rain that set up, and some of the rainfall totals were, well, downright crazy. I'm going to show you some of those totals coming up over the next few minutes. And then, of course, really the good news piece of your weather forecast as we go forward in time. It's all about the weekend, and the weekend forecast looks good. In fact, I'm talking about some downright warmer temperatures. I've got details on that coming up as well. But this would be the rest of your Thursday. Notice the rain probabilities basically gone for the rest of the day. We're tapering that off now. The rain in our eastern counties, I'll show you radar. But again, daytime highs in the mid-60s. It will be humid as we go through the day. But again, a few peaks of sun even as we go through the afternoon. So there's what's left of the heavy rain ribbon. Again, you can see this area of rain in our eastern counties continues to push east, and over the next couple of hours essentially will be moving out of North Texas. You can see though it's part of a larger area of rain that does extend from North Texas all the way up into parts of the Midwest, having to do with that upper level storm system. But we really talked about the storm system ad nauseum over the last several days. It had been parked out across parts of Southern California. It did begin to move yesterday and continues to move, but for all intents and purposes, we're essentially done with the storm system. All the rising motion, the lift ahead of it, that lift is now moving off to our east, essentially ending the rain chances in our area. But again, active weather to our east, to our northeast for sure, again, as we well go through the afternoon. Now, this is what it left in its wake. These are rainfall totals, and like I mentioned, I mean, there's no other way to put it. Some of these numbers are crazy. Look up across parts of Rockwall County, over 7 inches of rain. Eastern Dallas County, over 7 inches of rain. Again, you can really see where that heavy rain ribbon set up overnight, where you see the reds and the pinks. And so again, within that ribbon, 3, 4, 5 inch plus totals. Again, we did have flash flood warnings through a good part of the overnight. Even first thing this morning, those have now expired. The waters are receding. We needed rain, yes, but again, obviously you can tell that was a little too much rain in too short of amount of time. We're going to basically dry out now. It appears as though we're going to have a pretty dry forecast, at least heading into the first part of next week. So there goes the storm system. Again, you can see it's pushing off to the east, but behind it, I'm just going to put this into fast forward mode. This is the jet stream. This is what we call a zonal pattern, west to east. Typically zonal in North Texas is pretty quiet. And this time of year, we're really looking for the northern branch of the jet stream, which is well up in the northern tier because all of the cold air, if you will, is on the northern side of that. So the cold air remains bottled up well to our north. And at least right now, at least over the next 7 to 10 days, there's no real signal of any major cold air intrusions down into the southern plains. Now, of course, we're just heading into February. We all know February can be interesting around here, but at least over the next week and a half, things look pretty good, at least going forward. So here's the modeling. Again, you can see at least through about noon, a few showers in our eastern counties. Those go ahead and move on out. We clear the skies, and simply put, heading into the weekend, it's quiet. We've got sun on the way, especially for tomorrow, Friday, and even into Saturday. Generally sunny skies. Just quickly peeking at the next 14 days. This is from the Climate Prediction Center, and again, they're thinking North Texas, on average, we're going to be trending at or just above normal as far as temperatures go. So again, a little bit of good news, but like I said, I still just, as we go through February, I don't think we're completely out of the woods, so to speak, as far as at least one more cold blast goes. But at least as we go through the day today, again, you can see high temperatures recovering back into the 60s. We taper off the rain chances, so improving weather as we go through the day. This would be your Thursday evening. Again, if you do need to get out, run some errands, go to dinner, whatever it is, temperatures through the 50s. Cool, yes, but again, definitely a doable evening. Overnight lows, again, a lot of 40s around the area, so pretty chilly again, but pretty typical for this time of year. And then as we go through tomorrow, Friday, or finally Friday, more in the way of 60s around the area. Again, tomorrow, really just a good-looking afternoon, a lot of bright sunshine. And look at that bright sunshine continuing all the way into the weekend. We continue to build on the temperatures into the weekend. You can see even by the early part of next week, even some mid-70s beginning to show up. And again, you can see those temperatures remain seasonably fairly mild through a good part of next week, with some lower end rain opportunities by the middle to end of next week. But again, right now, nothing as significant as what we dealt with overnight showing up. We're tracking all this. We'll have more as the hour rolls along.